Yo, I hope everyone's having a marvelous day today. Today we're just going over my AOO and what we can improve on for next time. Overall, we did well, but this will definitely improve it. If you want to see the full video, it will be in the bio. So, without further ado, here we go. Now, the first thing I see, right, besides the starting, let's just get into it, is that. See if I can get to it. Besides me just this is entertaining little stream, but I'm actually war frenzied in the beginning. And I don't even realize it. Why? Because I actually scouted a person who was watching us to try to basically just acknowledge that he was there and is my fan. And yeah, so see, as you can see here, he says hi to me, which is fine, but yeah, this made it so that I scouted this, and bang, I started War Frenzy, which is awful because I have less than 15 minutes. It's like 10 minutes out from here, so I'm gonna skip a little further. And you'll notice that at some point here, I'm gonna figure that out. So I'm gonna skip a little bit ahead. This is just me going over the strategy again, getting ourselves ready, and boom! I just realized that we had War Frenzy. Now this is a problem. This just starts issues when it comes to AOO. Like, I'm not able to go in. I'm probably one of the strongest players in this AOO, so losing their strongest player for a while is really, really harmful. So I just start chatting in the chat, just telling people what to do, because I am trying to lead this from the sidelines, basically. And we're doing well. I mean, they're holding out, which I want to say props to some of these guys, like this guy right here. He was our rally lead, and he just did amazing. His rallies weren't doing the greatest, but they weren't doing bad, which is exactly what we needed. And then finally, these are just pictures of what's going on. And boom, I am in. Now, even though we're in a bad situation here, that being that I'm trying to now control the troops. I just started open. Another mistake I see is that I also target the wrong thing at first. I target, as you can see here, let me go back to it. I target the outpost of Seth. I thought it was the obelisk at first. This is a little mistake, just a misclick. But it could save me a couple seconds at least trying to go after this obelisk and make up the time I lost. So we got it. Now, open field is open field. We do well here. We really do honestly cause a lot of problems. They start teleporting in. We knew they were going to. I see another issue is I could have put this a little bit better placement, probably over here, so that we can see what's leading in. But instead, we're just seeing the back of it. I also could put it like right here. That way, we would have saw this coming forward. Now, I use the troop increase speed because it seems like people over here are also fighting. As you can see, we're already taking their obelisk, and this is huge. So our rally comes here. This isn't the greatest rally, but it's not the worst. We get a Desert Storm. I think... Do I get this off? I don't. See, we are actually out of energy, and I don't realize it, which is actually a problem. What I do, though, is that this rally is doing okay, and I realize that, so what I start doing is surrounding it and helping them take it. I shouldn't have done this. I should have probably started zeroing cities. Because if I zeroed another city, we would have probably held on to this obelisk longer. But they started reinforcing it, as you can see here. They start getting troops out there trying to basically knock the swarmers off, which is me. And even though I'm doing well here, and I do cause a lot of problems for them, our Gorgo is damaged by the time it goes in, which is fine because our garrison holds strong, but it's not always the best thing to happen. Overall, though, we are looking. This is exactly what we were looking for, but you can see it's taken a toll. It's been almost 15 minutes, and we're finally fighting back, and it's our own outpost our own obelisk we're trying to take back. Now, on the other side, you can see that we did favor this side. We knew we were going to, and this side was basically me and my father were going to, and a couple of other players. We're going to try to hold them off on this side so that the other side can win. And we did our job. We hard pushed here. That's late. I activated this way too late. I should have activated this already almost a full energy back, and this would have made it so that he had even more attack, which would have helped. I'm out of energy still, which is causing problems. So what I should have done is held on. Should not have used the hard push and should have used the Desert Storm. This would have made it so that things would have been a little bit easier. I jump out of it, throw my Gorgo into it, so that the Gorgo can reinforce. This is the right move. I quickly switch it, which is exactly what we need to do. Now they're going to try to swarm it, which is fine. The garrison is pretty strong, so this is going to hurt them pretty badly. But there's not many troops in here right now. And it's a mixed garrison, which is fine. But we're not looking to... yeah, this is exactly what we're looking for. We're stopping them. The swarmers are dying off pretty quickly. People are rejoining the garrison. We're actually causing a lot of problems here, and this is exactly what we were hoping to do. As you can see, they are slowly starting to dwindle. I'm fighting off some of their stronger marches, which is exactly what we wanted because this garrison is holding tight. There is 1 minute left on this, and it does okay here, but it's going to get beat at some point here. It's mostly because my marches start running out, and as you can see, I only can fight so much. So my marches are at some point here going to start fading, and I think they do also launch a rally on it, which I think that is, yeah, here it is. Here's the rally, and this is what's going to beat us. This rally is going to hurt. Now, it's not going to hurt as much as you might think because, I mean, my garrison is good. It's a strong garrison. All my gear's on it. My strongest gear, my strongest armaments, my strongest equipment. Like, this is a souped-up max Gorgo, max Hector garrison. But against the rally, which is fully maxed out, it's going to fall. So that wasn't the greatest. Let me check here something. The energy, we probably, if we conserved it like before, we would have had like war drums I should have activated or something like that. But this is for next time because I'm not sure what I would have done here. I was trying to figure out what to do. And looking back, if I put a Desert Storm here, this probably would have damaged a lot of their open field marches, which probably would have helped. But I didn't react quick enough, which is not good. Now, unfortunately, I do. Okay, this doesn't trade great, which is because of the rally. Now, this rally really hurt. Now, the swarmers got hurt badly on this. Don't kid yourself. The swarmers took major damage on this. But look at the troop numbers. It's 200 troops in here, which is basically just my troop and a couple little smaller troops, and I'm getting hit with 1 million. So it happens. It's not the best. Meantime, my father was launching rallies, and I saw that, and I was like, okay, pivot, which I should have done right away, but I didn't do it immediately, and now I think I do it now. Alright, I was thinking of launching a rally, and then I'm like, wait a second, I don't have the gear for that on a commander that could actually rally it. I have Sun Tzu, but Sun Tzu has like a bunch of blue gear, and it's not great. So I see that rally, and I'm like, you know what? We need to switch this, pivot, Dad rally this. This is going to make it so that basically we start actually winning, because we don't have a good rally lead. We need to destroy their open field, and we need to cause problems. We can't do that if I am basically outnumbered every single time. We were taking the obelisk though, which was good there. But as you can see, this is now 43 minutes in. 43 minutes left, and they have our obelisk, and they have it pretty secure. Now, as you can see on the map though, while I'm doing this, we have Lord taking this, and we're going to see this in a second, but he's just absolutely doing fantastic because he's actually causing a lot of problems on the smaller items, which is exactly what needed. You see how I activate that now, but this should be activated earlier. But it doesn't do a fair amount of damage. I mean, that's like 10 marches getting smacked a little bit, which is exactly what we're looking for. All those marches are getting damaged, and this is all troops they can't get back. So that's exactly what I was looking for. So I did the right thing there. We're still winning because this is what we were hoping for, right? So this is just me recapping. We do get the arc a lot, which is surprising because we weren't really going after the arc. Now, right here, I probably should have waited for my marches to group up. Oh, let me go back. I probably should have waited for my marches to group up, but I didn't. This was because I went for speed over power. I also saw that Angry Dad was already going, and I was like, okay, we need to do something about that. They're launching rallies over here to try to stop our progress. Meantime, they don't realize that, I mean, the Sky Altar is getting taken. The Shrine of War was just taken by Lord. Like, straight out, shout out to this guy. This guy did amazing throughout the entire fight. Oh, yeah, his kill points aren't great. His power is not great, but it's not supposed to be. For his power, his kill points are decent, and he honestly did really well because he got behind their lines and just started disturbing them. And so did this guy right here. I don't know who this was, though. But really, they caused a lot of problems. I actually messaged him directly because I was like, okay, he's doing really well. And yeah, I was just like, okay, defend it. There's the marker. Because he asked for that. Which is, it's fair. We should have probably done that on every rally, but I didn't. What's interesting is that they didn't kill our dog here, which is kind of surprising, but at the same time, I mean, most people don't really care about it. This is their big player. Right here. I should have probably teleported here. And I know that that's controversial, but I was just, even in the comments, I have a couple people saying it from my last video and in the live stream that if I teleported here, I would have got a shorter distance to here. So I could have just traveled across. Meantime, I'm going from my homeland over and over and over again, which is taking valuable time up. So I think this is the right move. I was picking off of this march, even though he's trying to just kind of get away. He's probably even trying to stall, but this isn't going to do too much. And he's getting pulled away from the rally. This rally is awesome. This cooks this garrison really, really fast, which is exactly what we were looking for. And as soon as it starts winning, I'm like, okay, let's take advantage of this. So they're going to have to fill this garrison. Because if they don't fill the garrison, their garrison's going to fail. Then they're in trouble because then they have an Achilles garrison sitting there, which if it holds, all of a sudden they have loads of issues. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just zero players. So I'm going to start zeroing this guy. I probably should have waited for this march right here to come together, because a third march together would have done a lot more damage. They're using a Gorgo Hector. I mean, no, a Gorgo Hercules, I think it is, something like that. But this is a good garrison. Not the greatest, but a good city garrison. Which you can see because my cavalry march actually gets hurt from this, but it's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. I do see this. Look at this, though. Angry Dad is doing really well. I come back up there in points, but that's not... The fact that I had to waste like almost 5-10 minutes because of the War Frenzy really put me back. So, overall, we're doing really well here. And the rally wins, which means, oh no, they have to watch out. Because at this point, they have like two options. First of all, these two players leaving the garrison, this was not a good idea. And by them leaving, they actually really, really hurt the garrison, and they should have stayed with it. So, or wait, no, I think those are infantry, so that's why they left the garrison. That was actually the right move. But instead of they definitely were paying attention to those marches, and they should have came back and helped fighting the ball, which I think they do. At least one or two of them do. So we do well here. We take out this open field, which is I kind of picked this fight purposefully. I wanted to cause them a little bit of problems here. And I just start zeroing, I believe, yep, I hit this guy in the open field. I'm just basically trying to cause as much problems and mayhem as possible. Because at this point, I can't get it in there because we have an Achilles. And that's not the greatest garrison, but it's good enough. My Gorgo's not with Hector. It's with Leoche, which is fine. Right here, I probably shouldn't have hit this city again and probably should have waited for it to teleport away. Wasted their teleports, but I don't. I probably should have hit this one right here instead. Instead, it's just going to teleport away on its own. And now we have this situation. We're going to take this out. All our marches, though, as you can see, are low. And we have to put in a new march. Still back at the home kingdom, though, home area, though. So this is still traveling like crazy amounts, which is not going well. And now their rally hits. I believe our garrison is actually doing really well, and it has AOE, so it's hurting these AOE marchers. This is the reason why I don't switch it, which I believe is the right move, because we are basically trying to punish those swarmers and punish the people around, and try to get the open field to be a little less strong, because as soon as their open field falls, we win this. So we decided to go after this. Now, okay. So two different mistakes. One, this was probably not the right move. Instead, we probably should have gone after this guy, and then went back to this guy. But we went after this guy, and then I used this, and I should not have used this. We needed the energy, and I wasted it. Was I trying to help? Yes. The intentions are good, but the reality is that was not the right move. So as you can see, the Attila finally fails, which is fine. The amount of damage that did, I saw the report later, was really, really well. So that's exactly what we were looking for. So we do this. We're more trying to kill off our marches at the same time as like see what we can do. This is their strongest player on their kingdom, and we kind of just wanted to weaken it, see what we can do with it. It's definitely an older account, as you can probably tell. And then we see Angry Dad going, and we're like, you know what? We might as well tank for him. This makes it so that his march can do as much damage as possible. And in AOO, it's decent and okay to lose troops. So this is an okay move because of the recovery, but I should never have started this fight. In the end, we do fail on going after this city, which isn't the biggest deal in the world, because we're not really looking to be the strongest right off the bat and take out this city. But because of that, Angry Dad is now taking the damage, and he's going to go down real quick as well. Right there. Which is fine. I mean, this guy is now extremely damaged, and we definitely won because of that. I just text Angry Dad. Again, we need to rally. Keep that rally going. Don't stop rallying. If he stops rallying for even a moment, we are going to lose ground. And we couldn't afford it at this point to lose ground. At this point, I am not putting out my garrison. I am putting out my open field marches, because I'm just trying to cause as much mayhem as possible, try to get that rally to win. As soon as I win, I planned on teleporting over there. The issue now is that I should have teleported here. This would have been better. There's only 4 guys here. That means there's plenty of space, and I could have just taken a straight shot. It also would have been up across the outpost, so I would have been able to capture this easier. So definitely mistakes there. Also, this might have been made it easier for the Shrine of War. I could have helped with that as well, being where I was. But instead, we're stuck in this predicament where I am trying now to desperately going after this obelisk to try to cause as much problems as possible. Angry Dad rally is starting, 15 seconds away, and we're gonna see this hit. That being said, I now have my 5 marches back on the field. This is looking fine. We start picking off marches because we're like, okay, they're gonna try to basically team up against us, try to cut us off, kind of take our resources out back. And I noticed it. I'm like, okay, if they're gonna do that, we're gonna see what we can do. So he uses this. That's on their side. They're trying to get energy back. I should have... No, our energy still is not... It has not reloaded. So it has to be 5 more minutes and we can do that. We hard push. Now, I believe the rally is going and that is why I did that. But I could not... I should have checked first, which I didn't do. But it's almost guaranteed because it was only 15 seconds away. So it was a fine move. The issue is this: we don't have any troops in here, so I'm trying to get troops desperately back here, but unfortunately we weren't able to get enough back there in time. So they're going to capture this, but we're going to take it back. I picked this fight. I probably should not have. I probably should have just ran away, and I do end up running away, but I probably should have ran away quicker and earlier. Now this rally is going to do a lot of damage, and again. Our energy is low again because I, again, wasted it. But this is going to cause a lot of problems for them because now they're swarming it. That's just a bad idea. And I was trading 5-1. So we hit this and immediately we're like, oh, he's still in there. So we're going to swarm this as much as we can. And this is not going to stand a chance. I mean, just straight up, we're talking about 3 marches. They're strong marches. They're not weak. And they're just going to maul this thing. And by the time this has a chance to react, it's going to be just lights, lights out. And that's it for that. And in 2 seconds, you're going to see it pop. And you'll notice that there was only 1 troop in it, so it wasn't crazy. And our rally's hitting. Our rally is going to do major damage to them, again. Again, they're trying to swarm it. They're trying to do damage to it. See, our marchers are getting swarmed here. Angry Dad was not paying attention. I talked to him afterwards about it. That if he keeps that up, he's not going to be able to do anything. Because this is proccing, for example, QSH's thing. But it's not doing any damage because it's not hitting anyone. So, the Attila rally, again, is going right through like butter. They're just melting that garrison. Because that garrison is not great. Joan of Arc does not work as a garrison leader. Decent rally, not a good garrison. So, as you can see, the march is just getting destroyed. This is exactly what we were looking for. The Attila is just working, and the Achilles is just helping with that. I'm now catching Angry Dad in points, which is kind of funny. But then I'm like, okay, so I'm going to hit these marches to try to basically knock these guys away from Angry Dad. But his march is already dead, and you can see that. So, unfortunately, that happened, but it's looking good so far, right? So, overall, this is fine. We are going to hit in the open field, and we're just going to destroy these marches. These marches don't actually have a chance against us. We have a bunch of marches here. We have a bunch of friends helping out with the marches, and now we're going to swarm the cities. We have the garrison, so they have to focus now on that garrison and on that rally. And this is the perfect opportunity. So this was definitely the right move by us. Just this causes issues. We are still out of energy, and I need to be a little bit more conscious of what we have for energy left. They use a time warp, which it's fine. They're trying to basically milk the points that they have, but they don't have many buildings, so it doesn't actually help very much. And all of a sudden, we have the advantage because we're going after their cities. Cities can only defend so much, so that one goes down, and we're gonna just basically hit this one again, I believe. Yeah, we hit it twice in a row. We're just melting it, trying to take as much as we can from it, and making it so that when this hits, all of a sudden, look at that. Garrison and rally are almost even, which is exactly what we're looking for, because this is going to, in a second, start proccing, and boom, you see that's the numbers what we're looking for as well. So overall, that's exactly what we are doing. We are just trying to basically make it so that they have to focus on something other than the garrison. I mean, on other than their rally. Now, we probably should have pivoted. So after the first time it popped, we probably should have started focusing on the rally so that we could get our things in there. But instead, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. We could have TP'd in and we did not. And that is a problem. We should have TP'd as quick as possible. And instead, now there's all this time what's going on and I'm not paying attention to it. And this is on me. I could have teleported over. I mean, if my city would have gotten destroyed, I don't care. That's not exactly what we're looking for here. We're looking for, I should have dropped my city right there and went right after it. But I didn't. And that was a problem. That was a problem. There was a couple seconds there I could have dropped it and I didn't. So that is another mistake by me. Overall, we are still dominating the open field. So this is not like... you know, there's no like they're destroying us or anything like that. In fact, they are doing quite the opposite. They're getting completely dominated by us still. And one of my QSH went down, and my other marches are now just trying to hit as much as I can with these cities. So this is fine. The issue is that Arthur is so far away. So we're just doing what we can, and this is what we were looking for. I mean, this is exactly what we've been trying to do. Is just trying to hurt these cities. And I saw this city was so close and it was really reinforcing it. It also, the rally came out of this and I'm like, you know what? Let's punish it. So I just passed that in points, which is fine. I'm not really looking for points here. I was just trying to do as much damage as possible. Now, as you can see, Arthur still is going, so we're just going to keep on going here. So the next clash happens in a little bit. I'm going to wait for that to happen, and we will see what happens here. So we're going to pass forward a little bit. So I check over on Sexy's garrison. They're doing okay. I didn't see all his reports, but he apparently it was pretty good because it never fell. So that's exactly what we were looking for. But our side is still not looking great because they have both obelisks. Now, another issue which just has happened, but I didn't point out yet, is that the wrong person rallied our obelisk, and this is really bad because one of our guys didn't basically did not follow markers. It made it right here. It made it so that Dad couldn't start his rally immediately. This is a problem. If a person is not able to rally because someone else is in the way, that just causes issues. Now, it wasn't Lord, there was someone else. And this is later, it might be later on when this happens. Okay, so actually, Dad decides to pivot to their obelisk, trying to see if they can draw their attention. This is, even though this is a good idea, I would have preferred him to stay on this rally and follow the markers a little bit more. So overall, though, we're doing well here. We bring our forces together, and we're going to see what we can do with the ball. Boom, we zero this guy. And now they know they're in trouble because basically we're trying to wipe out every city we can. And every city that we start wiping out, and you guys can see which person that was right there. Every city we wipe out is another city they don't have reinforcements with. And now this guy, who I believe is the rally, has to basically pay attention to something else besides the next city to go after. So we popped that one. Now this guy in the open field tries to go after us. This isn't going to work. We knew that. So we're just going to try to quickly wipe out their open field and then immediately, before they have a chance to react, pivot straight to their city and try to wipe it out. And as you can see, Angry Dad immediately started hitting it, and we're going to basically try to help him out. We're going to get a hidden sentinel. This is basically, I failed on the placement on that, but that was a good idea of me. I just should have been a little bit higher up so that we can see if there's any cities, other cities around there. But overall, this has to pivot halfway because of his commander, she finally gets back, but it's too late. So we did the right thing here, and we just wipe it out. And boom, it's gone. Because that went down, this garrison is going to hit, and this rally is going to hit, and this is going to hurt because they have almost nothing to defend it, which is exactly what we were looking for. So Angry Dad is doing a lot of damage here. As you can see, the numbers are crazy, and the city numbers are also crazy. We're not getting much damage. And you can see it's 600, and it's like 1,000, 8,000, which is insane. So these are good reports. These are really good. I believe the only march that traded negatively, and it consistently traded negatively, was by Constantine, which is understandable. It was a buffing march. I used it there to tank and to basically cause as much problems as I can. But we knew it wasn't going to trade crazy well. So we get our garrison in there, our Attila in there, and now I just start wiping out field marches, trying to basically stop these guys from doing anything to the Attila before they try to rally it. They're going to try to rally it. That's pretty obvious, but what we're going to try to do is basically wipe as many cities out as possible. Now this is that player that I already failed against against their garrison. So we're going to try to avoid this. Angry Dad goes after it right here, and I'm like, please do not do that. Because he would have probably gotten wiped out. So I start hitting this, and we're going to try to wipe out this guy real quick. There's a couple, I have really low marches, so this was fine. We were trying to basically get refreshed on our marches as quick as possible, so this was the right move on me to try to wipe them out. Now, as you can see, my marches are still low, so we're trying to do as much as we can. So we're going to try to hit this guy again, basically trying to do as much damage as we can. Also trying to, at this point, we're way up in there in the points, as you guys can see. But we're looking good. Overall, though, this is a solid showing. And I see this, and I'm like, okay, let's see if we can get the Gorgo over here. I probably should not have done this. I probably should have hit their open field first, and then got the Gorgo halfway through the open field to go, because this Gorgo is with Leo J. This is a decent enough garrison that it can cause enough problems. So I'm trying to get it in there. But the issue is that these guys are going to try to pick at it before it gets there. But when it does get there, I'm going to quickly switch it over. And now it's going to cause problems. I probably should have put a BQ or a Leo Che earlier, because it would have done a lot more AOE damage. But I didn't, because I was trying to see it. Basically, I was trying to take out their rallies, which was fine. I saw that Angry Dad comes in, and I'm like, oh shoot, this entire time I haven't teleported in. So I try to find a spot real quickly, and I do. Let's go. And the garrison holds really firm. We have these guys teleporting in. This guy's a shout out to this guy as well. He's been just honestly doing really well when it comes to AOO and really helping. But we immediately recall our troops. We're basically, we try to refresh the garrison real quick. We're basically trying to get everything in order, so that by the time they have a chance, we have our garrison in. We're going to quickly switch that over. Or to someone else. Huh. So, I make this mistake. I pulled this guy out of the garrison. I meant to press Arthur. I hit Gorgo, which is ultimately really bad, because I don't know where Arthur is in that mix. It's right there. It gets targeted. It's not able to fight back. It's just not good. And now the Gorgo's coming out, and I'm like, oh shoot. I quickly move it back. I fixed the pairing. I fixed the attack. And who's fighting? I switched the garrison real quick, and now we go back to work. We're just wiping out this guy's field marchers because he's trying to basically duel me, which is really funny, in my opinion at least, because my marchers are definitely not weak. They're quite strong. So him going after this was not a good idea. So I wipe him out real quick, and I'm like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? Wipe this guy out. This was probably the right move, although I probably should have waited for my troops to get a little bit closer. But yeah, this is all. In general, this is pretty good. This was a good reaction time by me. I got my troop back out too because that troop came back to the city. And yeah, I saw this guy. I'm like, okay, we'll keep going. This is about 60 million power guy. As you said, you guys could probably see earlier on in the video. We saw this guy rallying over and over, and we're like, oh crap, they have an Ethelfled. So we noticed that basically there's no one over here. We can start rallying this. So I tell Dad to rally that. We go back to this where he still has an Ethelfled Saladin on his wall, which is a really bad garrison. And because he does this, because he probably has his troops out, he's probably rallying something, which means ultimately his troops are vulnerable, his city's vulnerable, we can just take it out. So we pop his city quickly, and we go back to it again. We just try to do as much damage as possible, and we learn, oh, look at that. So he had his better commanders in there, and he just didn't switch to it. Or they were out, and we just didn't see it come back in the video. But overall, he definitely is in trouble. We take this guy out, no problem. And then we see, this is what happens when you start taking out cities. Other players, before they even get touched, teleport out because they don't want to get their cities hit, because they want to keep fighting. Well, by doing so, that's one less enemy for me, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. And you can see the points reflected because we are taking this entire area, and on this side, we're just trying to stop them. And we are succeeding. We have the obelisk again, and we're doing exactly what we are looking to do. So we quickly take this out. And pop, there goes that city. And that's going to run away in a half a second. We start this up again. I'm pretty sure it runs away halfway. Or not even. No? Is it gonna... Okay. So I guess it stays a little bit longer than... Oh, no, it doesn't. There it goes. And it runs off. I decided to refresh my marchers. It's in my opinion, it was going to be better. It would be beneficial. And I saw this guy. This probably wasn't the greatest idea. It probably was better just to ignore the guy and keep on going because he wasn't going to do too much. But at the same time, I wanted to remove this guy from being a really big problem. So I just remove him. And at this point, we're also trying to basically remove everybody from this area so we don't have to worry about it as much. And then we start the rallies. We do pretty well here. We try to help out, and we can see their rally coming in, and I'm like, you know what? I put a marker basically saying, let it go. Why? Even though I say rally, it means I meant garrison, and let it take care of it. This hits our garrison. Our garrison completely wipes it out. No, not even close. Like, it's not even an issue. So we do well here, and this is basically a lapse. We ended up just pushing through and taking people out. Just popping as many cities as we can at this time. And yeah, overall, this is exactly what we were looking to do. Oh, I did not realize my camera froze. I apologize for that. But this is exactly what we were looking to do. We did as much damage as we needed to. And overall, this is what we were looking to do. What's funny enough is that I actually got first in points. I was not looking to do that, but due to all the stuff I was able to do in in that fight. Um, I ended up doing that, which is pretty cool. Got like 16 million, I think. I mean, what was it? Let me go back to it. Oh, you'll see it in the end. But yeah, overall, we do well. We just take out these guys' cities. And say GG to everybody and get everybody, you know, hyped. But yeah, we ended up with 160,000 points, which is awesome. I haven't had that many points before, so we do really well. And yeah, overall, we definitely did solid, especially as a kingdom, or I mean, as a team. And this is what we're looking to do. If you enjoyed this AOO recap, feel free to like and subscribe. I'll put the full video in the bio. And without further ado, this is Angry Ducks Gaming. Hope you have a wonderful night. Peace out.